Hi, my name is Sasha and I have a baby carrier problem. Hi, Sasha. Okay, sorry, I think the problem is clear from this video already, but as you all know, I'm on a journey to decide which of my carriers, wraps, etc. will be used for teaching and which will be kept for me and my family. So let's start with this one. This is a Tula Standard within a light woven overlay. I am not a fan of the Tula Standard in fit per se. It just doesn't feel good on my body most of the time, but I love a light hand wovens and I love their colors and their patterns, so I'm gonna suck it up to wear this one, which I know sounds ridiculous, but like it's gorgeous and I can't let it go. I'm sorry, I told you I have a problem. Anyway, then there's this one that Nikki gave us. It's a very thick material, which initially made me think that I was going to gift it to my brother and sister-in-law because they have a new baby and they live in New York City and it's going to be cold in the fall and winter and it's thicker and we don't really need that here in California. So that was my initial thought for this one. They don't really like pink things even though they have a baby girl, so that seemed like a good option there. Next up was this absolutely beautiful rainbow bambaroo carrier that was a gift from Ray. It was one of the first things that she gave us, probably because it's rainbow. And even though the weight limit is right for my daughter, panel-wise and height-wise, she probably won't fit into it until she's at least 1 year old. So part of me started to think, do I use this one to teach for toddlers and slightly older children? And then down the line when my baby's bigger, if I want to, I can bring it back to use for our family. But in the meantime, at least it will be getting used because they do have a long shelf life. Like the longevity on these is really good if they're cared for. But then she also gave us this Alice in Wonderland one. And it's got a really thin panel. So this one is definitely going to be for us. I am going to hoard this bambaroo away until my baby's old enough to use it because Alice in Wonderland is very special to us. It is the same size as the previous one, so we probably won't be able to use it for a while. But like when we go out in California, the thin material is going to be so great for the hot weather. So yay to this one. Okay, I think we're a little less than halfway through, so like strap in because there's still more to do. Hold on. Next up is this Tula Free to Grow, which we got from Tressa. I love the limited edition pattern, and I think my husband, who prefers an HVAC carrier, is going to really like this one, but he hasn't tried it on yet. I like this way better than the standard, but it's still a little bulky for me in like the waistband area and the shoulder straps, if I'm being honest. But it's really pretty, so I want him to try that on and decide if he wants that to be his carrier. Then, of course, we have my absolutely beloved first Mother's Day gift ever from my husband, my guava Lark from Hope and Plum. I don't need to tell you guys that I am a Hope and Plum stan, and this is not going anywhere. This is going to stay with us until I pass away in my old lady grave or give it to my daughter or whatever for her to use with her. I don't know. It's never leaving me. This was my first ever Mother's Day gift. It's literally never leaving my side. So that's that. And I will put it back in its happy little papaya bag. Really? Is that what you have to say about that? All right. Next up is kind of our backup lark. Do I need 2 larks? No. Did I need to have a frolic? Yes, I did. So my husband was like, you should just get it if it'll make you happy. So I did. I got myself a frolic lark and this is it. And it's also not going anywhere, so don't worry about that. Whatever, don't judge me, it's fine. And it lives in an amber bag, and I love it very much because it has gnomes on it. They're wearing their babies. Okay, these two are special. They're also from Tressa, and they can be tandem worn. They connect. I think they call it tandem compatible. They're from a company called Naked Panda Design that is no longer in business, which is part of what makes them so special. This is the full buckle part of it. Blue dinos are not necessarily my vibe, but my husband loves the pattern on this. So I want him to try it on and see if he might want this one to be his regular carrier, especially because it attaches to the other one. Could I use it to teach? Yeah, it's really soft, and even though it's heavily padded, it's not like the other ones. And it goes with this, which is my one and only Ombohimo, which of course I will not be getting rid of. I'm obsessed with this one already. I just love the way it feels when you wear it. I also need to try to get one of these for my brother, but that's neither here nor there. So part of me is thinking because these two connect that we should really keep that piece, but I really want him to try it on first and decide if he likes it, so that's not for me to decide. And then last but not least is our Lila baby with the Winnie the Pooh design, which is adorable. First carrier we were ever gifted, the one that started us on this journey, and it's the one that he wears the most currently. Well, it's pretty much the only one that he wears currently. So I want him to look at these 3, try them all on tonight and decide which one he wants to be like quote unquote his carrier. And then I'll use at least one of the other ones for teaching and then figure out the third one. And then this one, again, I'm not sure if this one's going to be for teaching or give to my brother and sister-in-law. I don't know. So you can see that I have a conundrum here and I'm like, again, I'm looking back at this rainbow and it's so beautiful, but like she can't fit in it right now. So I might as well use it to teach for now. Right, sweetheart? How do you feel about that? You're smiling at me. You can't even see the screen. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know.